I'll go back a little further, a decade further, like 70s, 80s, 90s. Who we listening to? Who was popular back then? And then we gonna compare 2017s to the is, and is, which means the 70s, 80s, 90s. Okay? I am Jackie Says, Aretha Luther, Big Luther, not Little Luther, but both of them. Whitney Houston. Yeah. Anita. Karen. Anita Baker. Oh my. Yeah. Anita Baker. Yes. Rapture was my favorite album. Whitney Houston's, she was sitting on a motorcycle. Oh, whatever you want from me, I'm giving you everything. I'm your baby tonight. That was my favorite album by her. Luther Vandross. Man, he has some jams. I gotta think, girl. I gotta think back. It's been a long time now. You talking about some legends here. You said Aretha Franklin. From gospel, I would listen to Aretha gospel when she was with the Ultimate Baptist Choir. I remember them. Like down south somewhere. I don't know. Was it Mississippi? Was it Tennessee? Trying to get my thoughts together here. You getting me excited. I got butterflies in my stomach. Yes, girl. Yes. Natural Woman. That was one of my favorites. Luther is, he got so many. Here and Now. That's my favorite by Luther. Whitney, I already told you that. I'll Be Your Baby Tonight. Anita Baker was Rapture, the album, the whole album. Karen. Ooh, girl, you went back with that. Karen Cheryl. Yeah, Karen Cheryl. I could go on and on for R&B. Right. Yeah, R&B. Man, you got some legends there, girl. Let's give her a hand for that. She pulled it out the hat there. Okay. Back to our second guest. Welcome to today's hip hop R&B hits. Appreciate the follow. I will follow you back. I encourage to stay on. I appreciate you coming out tonight. Appreciate you. Welcome to the show. You can jump in at any time. We're just talking about old school versus new school. You know, obviously we're independent. Excuse me. Had some good dinner. Excuse me. You can do that on the Boss Ladies Live radio show, as long as you're nice and polite and keep your cussing and organizations and ministries to a minimum. Because we want to have a positive show. Everybody listen to me. But I appreciate it. Humbly as I know how, I appreciate it. Yeah, so, Cheryl Pepsi Riley, thanks for my child. Cheryl Pepsi, Karen White, Superwoman. Wow. Girl, that's everybody's song. That's every woman's song. Have you heard the version of, Superwoman by, Dionne Warwick, Gladys Knight, and Patti LaBelle? I seen it on YouTube. Me and my mom was watching it like a couple, let's say last week. Oh, Shirley Pepsi Riley. Yeah, Shirley Pepsi Riley can blow. I like her in the Tyler Perry plays. She's pretty good. I just discovered her. Yes, girl. Check them out. They tore that song up. I think they was on the Oprah Winfrey show. So I think you have to go to like one of her old shows back in the day when she would have, singers come on her show sometimes to perform. Those are the good old days. Like, talk show is not like talk show today. Like, we can go all out, guys. I'm talking about television. We're talking about music, rap, hip hop. That's what it is, really. It's rap. It's hip hop. It's not this or that, and this, but hey, that's just me. I'm just so old school. It ain't nothing like the new school, because I feel like if it wasn't for these legends, you know what I'm saying, we wouldn't be able to get on here and talk about this. It broke a lot of barriers. It went through with us. You know what I'm saying? They sung through, from the civil rights movement to now. You know what I'm saying? Their voices are still heard. Like, they left a legacy. You know what I'm saying? And, nowadays, like, music just come and go. It just come and go. Like, it's fire for a little while, and then you hear it again. You're like, oh yeah, I remember that. That was cool. But back then, you could play what she say, what IMB say, bad boy, body and soul. Body and soul. Oh my God. What about Lisa and Colt Jam? You remember them? All Cried Out. Check that out. I got that on vinyl, 45, straight up. Like, my mom's a musical archive. Like, it ain't nobody I don't think I got in there. Like, yeah, just checking out records. I should have brought me a little couple of records and shared bring something in here y'all forgot about. Or it's like, oh, that's too old for me to remember or something. Like, we got like the 50s and 60s. Like, y'all remember the Soul Train? Everybody was on there. Yeah, that's cool. Wow. This is cool. You got the Karen Superwoman. Like, oh man, I remember singing that as a kid. Going to the laundromat because we couldn't afford the washer and dryer, and we would have to go to the laundromat like super garbage bag style. But that song would come on the radio. You know how popular radio was? Everybody had a radio in their car. Because I grew up in the era where you had to roll everything down and roll everything back up with your hand and your arm, like, you know what I'm saying? You had to roll it up, you know what I mean? Roll it, baby. You know what I'm saying? So, I was going to get into, too, as far as old school is concerned, where's the respect? These legends had respect for themselves. They wasn't sleazy. They could be sexy one minute. They could, sing about making love, and it is just safe. Like, music to me was safe. Like, it wasn't dirty. If they did talk about sex, it wasn't dirty. It made you feel special. It was romantic. Different things like that. You put on some Luther Here and Now, it's like, the whole mood changed. It's time to slow dancing days. That's how some of us got here. But, that's a whole nother show. You see what I'm saying? It's just cool to just reminisce on, different stuff. And really through this, pulling out the hat, breaking barriers. Like, let's not forget that, because I'm pretty sure when we create legacies one day, we don't want, our next generation to forget. We got to leave something here. And we have that inside of us. Those Aretha Franklins of the world. It's some more Smokey Robinsons out there. It's some more Diana Ross and Supremes out there. It's some more of those people that had integrity and still do today. And still look young and still vibrant and still singing. Like, they didn't stop. Like, you gotta, like I always talk about in these shows, like, you gotta be passionate about what you want to do. You gotta love it. You ain't got to be willing to learn, too. Miss Jackie, check that out, man. It was Patti LaBelle, Dionne Warwick, and Gladys Knight. And then I found out, too, through sitting down talking to my mom and the shows she used to watch on television. She was watching a little TV show. I didn't know Gladys Knight had a TV show. I don't forgot what it's called, but look it up on YouTube. Gladys Knight's TV show. Something will pop up. Technology kind of quick today. It'll tell you everything now. You can Google anything. That's what's up. Where's the respect for our elders these days in the generation? Like Miss Jackie said, the like, girl, like, have a little fun with this. Kids, young people these days have a hard time with learning. We used to be excited about learning the next song at school or whatever. We wanted to be like them. They inspired us to go work hard, and they would say it on commercials like go to school and all of that, be a good, get your education. It feels good to be black. Like, I remember the old Grease commercials for black hair. You know what I mean? the little curtain, like Afro Sheen and all of that. You know, I could go on forever as far as legendary, how it was back then, how who we are was important, and we wasn't ashamed of it. You know what I'm saying? And it feel good to be a part of something that had a lot of character, and it was a message. You know what I'm saying? And it was the right message. And I think we got away from that. You know what I mean? We so caught up in just this and that, and violence and sex and video games and violence, you know what I'm saying? And politics negatively, you know what I mean? And it's just a whole warfare. It's a whole different thing, you know? And everybody sound like everybody else. I'm just saying. Like, there's some legends out here. You know who they are. You know what I mean? Then you got the 90s, you know. You got Aaliyah. You got R. Kelly. You got Jade and, you know, all the 90s groups. TLC. Tony Braxton, Babyface, like, we can go on forever. It'd be an honor for them to teach us how to do what they did and be better. Like, it just make this better. Because everybody's saying this and that garbage. You know what I'm saying? That's why I truly believe that independent artists is going to put everything back to perspective. It's time for us to put it back in perspective. Because everybody, all those legends that we just named, they started locally. Some started right in their house. Right in the neighborhood, singing on the corner. People came to see him perform. And then next thing you know, like I said, you don't know who's in your audience. You never know who's in your audience. And everybody that got discovered did it for real. And fought to do it for real. And still doing it for real. You know what I mean? Who still reads the newspaper? I think the last time I held a newspaper in my hand was last month. I went to go see a friend of mine in the Illinois area. And they're older people now. And, you know, she got newspapers all over her house. And she watched the news on television. She got an old TV. It was nice to see all that history in there. You know? It's kind of like where you come from. You know, never forget where you come from. It's kind of nice to look at history sometimes. And see how everything was established before you got here, how houses looked and how furniture was situated and things like that. Like 70s furniture does not look like furniture today, but it kind of does. Like, it's just, I think we look at it different because somebody different made it. I don't know. Just rambling off. Now we're going to compare those same questions to 2017. As far as rap, as far as hip hop, as far as R&B, who is the legends of today society? Then we going to get some EDU in our lives while I wait for those answers. So on that note, let's get some EDU. I was reading earlier. Shout out to my fam in Maryland, Indiana, down south in Chicago, Illinois. Let's give him a round of applause. This is for y'all. DJ Dimples, what's happening? Welcome to the show. Gotta give another applause. I know they get on your nerves, but we like when people clap for us. That's recognition. What you know about that? What's up, DJ Dimples? Hello. Good evening. Glad you could join us. Feeling real great about my possibilities. This is for my ancestors. I got a chance to, through my mom, get a call today from my cousin in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and uncle from Maryland, and a few aunties in Chicago, and somebody in Georgia, and I think Arkansas. They are all over, well over. They're in the earliest is 70s, and the latest, my oldest auntie, is almost 100 years old. So I'm celebrating history today. I'm not gonna wait until February. So, on the contrary, I want to send a shout out to my granny, which is passed away 2010 December. I miss you. I love you. Thanks for watching over us. And thank God for your discipline and raising us